Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this video. Appreciate your time and your support. Going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, the OnePlus 10 Pro. Just taking off the cases here, and the OnePlus 9 Pro that I recently brought back in for a third time. And the S21 Ultra that I do not have in-house. Now, I wish I did, but I sold that device. So these are the three that I have. I'm shooting this video with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3, which is going to be traded in to Samsung. 900 smacks, taking off the $1,000 price point for the Z Flip 4. And I know that I'm just going to be basically getting a smartphone that's going to be an upgrade in a very small way. Okay, incrementally, everything is going to be the next step higher with the Z Flip 4. I think what's more important with that device, even though I never had battery issues as far as the battery life on the Z Flip 3, I know my wife struggles a little bit, but she does a little bit more when it comes to certain specific apps that drain her device. And I try to get her to understand that. Like Facebook, man, that just drains the heck out of a smartphone. So that's where that whole saying comes in, as far as in comparison to what I do and you do, that battery life that you get out of that specific device from whatever company it's from, it's going to be different, right? It's just always going to be different. But it's a great smartphone. It shoots great video. Samsung smartphones that have the portrait video mode are amazing. I use my Z Flip 3 and my S22 Ultra to create most of my content. All of my smartphones go through that process because that's part of the reviewing process. But my Samsung smartphones are my go-to. I'm grabbing my LG V20. Outside of this guy here, man, my LG V20 is still killing it when it comes to creating content. And yes, I still have it sitting right here. But now that I got off track a little bit here, the main question I wanted to ask all of you, and you can let me know down below in the comment section if you have all four of the devices that I'm talking about, that I'm mainly talking about here. I know I threw in a lot about the Z Flip 3, but I think it's important that you get information on it, because some of you are going to be trading in that device and you were questioning whether you should or shouldn't for the Z Flip 4. Remember, it's going to be incremental, okay? But it's going to have a bigger battery. So if you aren't having the best battery life, then you should be looking forward to that bigger battery. And there's going to be other improvements in the camera areas and so forth like that. So, in display, the crease. Hopefully you enjoy your decision to upgrade. You enjoy the Z Flip 4 for what it's going to be. And if you're watching this video after the fact, then you already know, right? But if you have the S21 Ultra, S22 Ultra, OnePlus 10 Pro, OnePlus 9 Pro, if you have all four, cool. I mean, I have three. But I also create content here on the channel that has to do with a lot of smartphones. So they're coming and going. A lot of you only have one or two devices. Let me know what you have. And let's just say you had the OnePlus 9 Pro and you upgraded to the OnePlus 10 Pro. Was it worth the upgrade? S21 Ultra, S22 Ultra, was it worth the upgrade? But what I want to know from you is, if you went from the OnePlus 9 Pro to the OnePlus 10 Pro, what are the differences, and was it worth that upgrade? And are you regretting it? And let me know why. Same with the S21 Ultra, S22 Ultra. With any of these smartphones that I'm talking about, I have no regrets, but I do end up having my favorites. So you all know that the OnePlus 7 Pro is my all-time favorite smartphone from OnePlus. It still is. I love the pop-up camera up top here. I love the all display. It's great for watching movies and videos, okay? This device kills it in so many ways, and it still performs with a lot of power, fluid, smooth, no issues. Now, I'm not talking about little hiccups, okay? Now, if you're watching this video, it's probably going to be a long video. Yeah, most likely. So there's going to be a lot of information in here. Really quick about hiccups. I don't report every little thing to all of you. If you ask me down below in the comment section, I can give you detailed information. I'm not going to report little hiccups. Every smartphone that I've had in-house has had little hiccups. And they're all kind of different, depending on what smartphone it is, from what company it's coming from. No smartphone is free from a hiccup. A little bit of a tiny bit of a lag. Things that I don't find myself too concerned with. Now, if I notice that there's a problem and it starts becoming problematic, excessive, then it's time to talk about it over a period of time. Now, if I find what the remedy is and then everything's back to normal, that's something I could talk about. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But again, those are questions you can ask. I'm not going to hold back. Just because I don't talk about it in a video doesn't mean I'm not going to share it with you. You ask me, I'll give you an honest answer. And I've done that. But when you see a problem start to arise in any smartphone and you're concerned, see what you can do to remedy the situation. If you can't, and it becomes more you're now into a situation where it's really an issue. It's really excessive. If you're a YouTuber, I would think that then you would share with everybody, because that's what your team is here for and your viewers are here for, to find out what is worth their money that they work so hard for. And are you going to answer those questions, whether it's on video or in the comment section? Okay. So yeah, I mean, hiccups, they exist. A lot of the times it's related to the apps. Maybe that developer not updating those apps. Maybe you're just doing stuff on your phone that's creating issues, keeping your device healthy. Okay, so now back to the S21 Ultra and the S22 Ultra, the OnePlus 9 Pro, the OnePlus 10 Pro. For those of you that have had both of these, and you went from this to this, are you regretting it? Are you super stoked you did? And why? The S21 Ultra to the S22 Ultra. Are you happy you upgraded? Or are you wishing you had stayed with what you had, the S21 Ultra? And why? Now, this is a great looking smartphone. I mean, it's beautiful. Gorgeous design, solid, bold, no creaks, no squeaks. I got skins on all my smartphones to look good, but it protects the back of these devices and the camera areas, because these camera areas are so huge now. Now, this is just a modern look, and it looks great. But for some reason, the aesthetic design on the OnePlus 9 Pro has this old vintage camera look to it with a modern twist to it, and it just looks great. I like this better than I like this, and also it's a little smaller, so it's a lot easier to protect. There's something about the feel with the OnePlus 9 Pro that just does it for me that much more than the OnePlus 10 Pro. And with that being said, I'm probably going to say goodbye to this before I ever say goodbye to this. And I guess, well, I'll talk about the S22 Ultra and the S21 Ultra. And these devices are all amazing. I mean, they're powerhouse devices. They just get it done in so many ways. The S22 Ultra, out of these devices, is probably the most powerhouse device I have in house. It is nearly perfect. And sometimes for me, that gets really super boring. I don't know why. It just does. Not that I want issues. Not that I want problems. Stuff that I need to worry about. Stuff that's problematic and excessive. But it is what it is. The cameras on these devices are all phenomenal, front and back. Except for, I gotta say, the Google Pixel 6a, that front-facing 8-megapixel shooter, 1080p 30 frames per second video, it's probably the best that I've seen in a long time. from a mid-ranger. Someone would call it a budget flagship. I call it a mid-ranger. And it's for 1080p, 30 frames per second. Wow, it's crazy, crazy good. But yeah, this device gets it done. But when it comes to the solid aesthetic design, I'd rather have the rounded edges that the S21 Ultra has. I like the raised camera area on the S21 Ultra. Do I like this design? Sure, it's a beautiful design. But I'm choosing the S21 Ultra when it comes to the aesthetic look. Okay, they're all solid. But I like the feel of the S21 Ultra more so than I do the S22 Ultra. I'm still not really using the S Pen. It's here. I just don't use it. When I say not really, it's only at times that I get to use it to take somebody's number down. I can write the number down. Maybe write, I don't want to burp, excuse me. A list that my wife has given me, but for the most part, yeah, 90% of the time I'm not using it. So let me talk about feel, because underneath the hood, they're all powerhouse devices. They all get it done. You guys know the specs. We're not here to talk about specs. Speakers sound great. Video quality when watching movies and videos, amazing. Again, camera's amazing. You can't go wrong. You just have to choose what you want and what's going to work for you. Battery life is sufficient on all of these devices. Now, when it comes to feel, what I mean by that in the most simplest way, how can I explain it? The other day, I had a Dairy Queen ice cream cone. Yeah, I got a large, a swirl. Sometimes I just get the vanilla. Now, I like a lot of ice cream. Ice cream is like, I sneak that stuff. I've really got to limit myself, and sometimes I just can't. And I love different store brands, different brand names that you can buy in a grocery store. And there's a lot of different restaurants in town that serve ice cream. But nothing, in my opinion, is like old school Dairy Queen ice cream. Silky, smooth, flavorful, tasty vanilla or vanilla chocolate on a cone from Dairy Queen. There's something about that that's so much better than anything else. I'm trying to get you to understand that when I'm using the OnePlus 9 Pro and the S21 Ultra from Samsung, the feel of those devices in comparison to the next step up, which is the 10 Pro or the S22 Ultra, it's different. It's better. It's better. And you know what I'm talking about. Everybody's going to feel it differently, right? We're all going to feel it differently. We're going to see it differently. So the S22 Ultra will go bye-bye at some point as a trade-in or sell it. And I want to bring back the S21 Ultra. And I want to keep the 9 Pro. I may just keep it, and never let it go. But the 10 Pro will go bye-bye. Now, if I mistakenly at some point in the video call this a 9 Pro, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Or S21 Ultra. You know what I'm talking about. So that's what I want to know from you. With all of these devices that I'm talking about, if some of you have had all four, maybe you're a OnePlus fan or maybe you're a Samsung fan, so you went from the 9 to the 10, the 21 to the 22. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts. That's the same with the OnePlus 7 Pro here, man. It's just, and with Google, with Google, my Google Pixel 4 XL. Amazing. And I'll tell you right now, I had the Google Pixel 6 Pro. But having the Google Pixel 6a is becoming that device. And it's smaller. And I'm always for the bigger device. And this is a lot smaller. With a case on, it gives it a little bit more girth. Got the Tudia case on here. The Merge Grip. Their new series. This is big time. Small, but it's big time. I'm digging the experience on this guy. And using so many smartphones, you start to really know what you like and what you don't like. And I know you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I wanted to talk about today. Or there was something else I wanted to share. I do wish at some point they would, they meaning smartphone companies, would make a wide device like this. Bigger, wider device. Boy, remember those days when the larger devices started coming out and we got excited? And those of you that love the smaller form factor, you were like, no, don't do it. 6A, then that's for you. And it's a killer smartphone. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on what I just talked about. When you're upgrading, if all you're seeing in the areas that you want is just incremental, think twice. Okay, is it really worth the trade-in and the extra money? Samsung kills it with the trade-ins, man. They really, really do. I looked over at T-Mobile, and their deals are nothing compared to what Samsung is offering. Nothing. Do your homework, man. Do your homework. Just like I was talking about with the Z Flip 3 that I'm using right now to shoot this video with. If the increase in battery size in the Z Flip 4 is worth the upgrade, then it's worth it. Then it's worth your money. Okay, then that's your decision, and I hope that that's going to work out for you. I will know because I'm going to be testing out the Z Flip 4 in comparison to the Z Flip 3. Okay, I will have to send back my Z Flip 3 at some point in time, but I will have both devices at the same time. I do have cases already in, and just drop my mouse there from iBlazing as far as the Z Flip 3, and I'm not bringing in the Fold, but I got a case already from UAG for the Fold, and the Z Flip 4 there from UAG, and I got more coming in. So be looking forward to all of that. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's knowing what you love, why you love it, and is it worth giving it up? Because it's a 50-50, right? It's a 50-50 on whether it's worth the upgrade, when you know that basically, because right now, you know, we live in a time where when it comes to this tech that we love so much, there's all the rumors are already out there. Okay, you get pic leaks, spec leaks, leaks on when these devices are coming out, what the price points are going to be. So you already start early on what you know you might want. The information is already out there for you to start doing your homework. So when you get to that time of knowing it's that moment to decide whether you're going to get the latest and greatest from whatever smartphone company, you should pretty much already know if you're going to be upgrading or not. Whether there's a lot that's going to be changed or if it's going to be incremental. Okay, so give me your feedback. Would appreciate it. I talked about a lot, and that's mainly what I wanted to come in on and do. There was my main topic here that had to do with the OnePlus 9 Pro, 10 Pro, S22 Ultra, S21 Ultra, but I threw in a lot of other information because I just really wanted to shoot the shoot. Even though I had one main topic, I wanted to throw in other, a little bit of this and that. And yeah, whatever you want to share with me, share it down below in the comment section. If it has nothing to do with this video, share anyway. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming on by, checking out the content and subscribing, becoming part of Team My Project 13. Lately, I've been changing up a little bit of what I do here on the channel. I'm trying to communicate more face to all of you instead of hiding behind the camera like I typically do 90% of the time. I want to connect more this way. I think it means more when you're talking about whatever it is you're sharing about when it comes to this stuff we love so much. So with that, God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. Peace. I am out. I am out. I gotta put all of these cases back on these devices because you know me. I got to have protection for my investment. I really do love this Fusion X Rinky case for my OnePlus 9 Pro. That just looks fresh. Fire. Fire. Bam. Gotta get me that S21 Ultra back in house. All right. I already said goodbye. You're still here? Little shaky cam. Go do some chores. Go do something. You can leave. No, honestly, you can go. Appreciate you all. Oh, you want me to leave first? Okay. Once again, I'm out.